And we are live. Hello, hello. Good evening. I'm excited. We got a good one today. So my name is Wanaki. Thank you for joining me at the Teaching from the Middle podcast. And Teaching from the Middle is really simple. If you've been here before, then you know I'm somebody who's done a lot of things. And so I have a lot behind me. But if you're like me, if you're someone like me, then that means that you got a lot of things in front of you too, which means that you might be finding yourself somewhere in the middle. And the whole point of this podcast is learning to own the middle, take ownership so that you can thrive in it. Because essentially, you might always end up find yourself in the middle. So today I want to keep this intro really, really brief because my guest is here. I have a guest today. It's my homeboy, Rob. So Rob, he is an artist, a songwriter, a mentor, and a creator. His musical endeavors commenced in 2001 during his freshman year of high school. He expanded his horizons by joining the 411 rap ministry. That is where I met him. So that's when we kind of came cross paths. So he started a rap ministry group at Salem Baptist Church, which is my church as well, then in 2003. Through numerous sold-out events and open mic nights, a singular message prevails: feel good. And that has always been a message. That message has been consistent from him. This is my homie. We work together with kids, numerous occasions, actually. I know he's really active with the young people, and so I love that. And today we're going to talk about courage and silence. And so without further ado, I'm going to bring my boy Rob to the stage.
Oh, peace, love.
Yo, yo.
Hey, yo. Thank you.
Rob, how you feeling?
Hey, you know what? I feel good, man. I thank the Lord for this time, for this moment.
Yeah.
All right. So I thank you. I thank the Lord that it's just gonna work out. And just thank him, period, man. I'm just happy. So I thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate you. And for those of you watching, if as we go on in the conversation, over the course of the conversation, you can feel free to drop comments in the comment section. We'll be able to see it and kind of engage and respond as we go. So if you hear something that you like, or if it's something that you want to add, maybe it was something that was missed, sparked something in you, then drop your comment and then join the conversation.
Ask me a question, like
anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so Rob, let's go all the way back because you are an artist. So let's just go ahead and start with what type of artist, how did you get into music, specifically rap?
Ooh, music and rap. Actually, like the story. Oh my God, sorry y'all.
Okay.
There's a train coming, man. In case y'all hear.
The great thing about this podcast is we're gonna
all right, good. Okay, so give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just let it pass. All right, so like how I started is actually like a journey, man. It's a story. Stuttering. Stuttering, like
I ain't know we was gonna get straight to it. I'm excited for this.
Nah, because I gotta say it now.
Yeah.
Because I'm nervous now, but I thank the Lord that I just took that courage to just go do this. Because I would run away from like every single podcast people be asking me to do, and then I'd be like, cool, and then I don't do it.
What?
So yeah, so it's like, man, so like it. So it started when I just realized this, right? And then like I give people they flowers, man. I give people they credit every single day. My homie, man, at grammar school, ECS, right? Stefan. It was Stefan. It was Patrick. It was Danny. It was Vale, right? We were all rap. We was in 7th grade. This is 99. So they all knew that
I'm
stuttered.
on a StreamYard. I'm on a YouTube live with an old head. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no. Hey, 1986, baby. All right, come on, baby, the 80s. So listen, right? So when grammar school, right, we were all just like freestyle rap. You know what I'm saying? This be this be for the like the YouTube. This be for ciphers. We was actually having like classroom ciphers,
Yeah,
right?
I remember that time.
So they all knew I
Could rap.
stuttered. No. They didn't even know that I could rap. They just knew that I stuttered, and
Mm-hmm.
so I just knew when I would just hear a beat. Oh man, I just rap, and then they looking like what? And so they'll be like, "Whoa, this is crazy." And then high school came, right? Went to Chaz.
Yeah.
Shout out Chaz, man. Shout out Chaz, right? High school, high school showed me like, no, G, do your thing. Shout out to Myron,
Mm.
Jonathan, Aris, Anthony, Sam, Josh, Brandon, Kalam, Anthony, like all of them, John Carter, every single class. No. Every class, I'm telling you, they be like, Spud, G, rap, G, spit a rap. Man, I did not know that, like, what I had. I just knew that I actually started off hating school. I hated school from the time that I knew what like school was until I graduated.
Mm.
Cause I knew that I gotta talk.
Mm.
So it's like when you stutter, like your mind is like telling you one thing,
And
and
what's
the
that?
people is probably looking at you like, what?
Mm.
No, bro, we didn't even say that. So it's like they don't even know. People don't know that like I hated school. I hated school because I thought when I talk that I was getting laughed at.
Mm.
But they never ever laughed at.
It was. It was
They
just.
never laughed at me. So I credit them. So like let me just finish off the story. High
Mm.
school started,
Mm-hmm.
right? Freshman year. So my boy Reese, man, shout out Reese, man. Shout out Dave, man. Shout out them. Them the ones that like shout out Reggie. My boy Reggie was so cold with the rapping. I was like, what? Until I started to like give him what I got.
For his
That
money.
was all like, no, blood, something about you. So I actually took that on to like basically high school. People don't know in high school, like me, Myron, Mills, John made a tape. So you will remember the tapes,
I
and
sure.
then like we used to go to school with the like the CD players and stuff,
Mhm.
bro. I would go to Walgreens, get them colorful blanks, and then I'll just record my own songs on them, and then I just take them out to high school. Then I go pass them out, so they knew like this dude got a gift. But to me, I'm like, nah, man, they don't even see me like that. I'm a stutterer. I don't like to talk, but like I'm a people person,
Mm.
and so what just gave me the courage coming into college doing this stuff, man. I'm telling you not, I did not know. Senior year, this in June, school is out,
Mm-hmm.
so I get the yearbook. I see best personality, Robert Cotton. I said, wait, hold on. This whole time, y'all did not tell me what y'all thought about me?
And you hating school?
And I hated coming to no, because I hated school because I knew
Or you
that you
felt?
gotta
Mm-hmm.
talk,
Mm-hmm.
read, and so I thought like
I see.
when I read, like I'm telling you, I would stutter. So like my whole brain was like nah bro, people is laughing at you bro, and so I'm telling you, stuttering caused me to be angry.
Mm.
A lot of my man man, I hate to say this, but a lot of my closest people seen a way that I am when you actually like uh talk about me.
Mhm.
Then they seen another Spud, like whoa, like this dude is super different. So I always was like scared to talk.
Mm.
To this day, like a lot of people say that I talk a lot, but I talk a lot because I'm comfortable, man, around you.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't talk a lot when I'm by strangers, but
Yeah.
I know what I got,
Yeah.
right? And so the music really took me into like therapy, man. A lot of people don't know what I talk about in my songs. When I first started off, like it was all about like family, God, homies, friends, life, right? And then I started to do shows, and so I got caught up in the spiritual thing, right? Let me just tell you how. People people was telling me from the hood, like nigga, like you from the hood, blood. Why don't you talk about what we do, hood stuff?
Mhm.
But I'm like, but I'm from the church too.
Mm.
And I know that the Lord, I know since a shorty, which I won't talk about the past, but I know that the Lord has been like with me since a shorty. So
Mm.
I always knew with this gift, cause I stutter, are you gonna use it for the devil or for God?
Mm.
So I started to really get into love and rap when I joined Whole 1-1. Anthony, Jared, Brandon, John, Rick, Barris, Jamie, um, to Hera,
Yeah.
um, man, Trina, like like a lot of people was there, and a lot of people didn't know. Still back then, I was not confident.
Mm.
Like I thought, and then shout out to Jamie and shout out to seriously Barris. Shout out to Jamie. Shout out to Barris. I did not know what they seen. And wait, Delwyn, Delwyn,
Owen.
Delwyn,
Yep.
Delwyn.
Edward Eggleston. He said, "My boy." He's typing.
Edward, no. Listen. I can talk all day. So let me just stop because I
But let
feel
me do this. So let's go back for a second because you did say a lot. So initially, we got into the story of stuttering kind of quick. I didn't
no,
realize
no.
you found
I gotta
music.
let them know.
Yeah, I didn't realize myself that that is how you actually found your way into the music artist lane. I'm wondering, as I was hearing you speak and I heard you say how much, like, you hated school as a result of it, and like the mindset you had in terms of you felt you knew that people, or you felt like you were being judged or laughed at or looked at crazy. I'm wondering, like, what was your first bad experience? Like, when did you realize that you stuttered and that was different? And then when did, like, do you remember like the first time like you had an experience where it made you feel like, oh no?
Oh yeah, yeah. Like as a, as a kid, like I forgot when, how, but I just know when I went to grammar school, the second grade, and then the teacher said, no, like in grammar school when
Yeah.
the teacher tells like you to read,
Popcorn. Yeah.
but I know how to read, like
Yeah.
I know the words, but they wasn't coming out.
Mm.
So I started just to stutter, and I just realized, and then I was in what was it second grade. I was in I was in second grade, and then that battle came. And then I knew I hate school.
Mm,
Hate school. Not
mm,
not because of this or that. No, because you gotta talk, bro. The teachers gotta, and then it's like that. I'm young.
mhm,
I didn't know how to just tell them like, yo, G, like it's hard, bro. It's like hard, man. But I also knew when I got comfortable around like people, man, my some of my closest friends, man in grammar school, man, I'm telling you, it was this Daniel Jones and my boy Patrick Tyler. All right, man, them two never ever laughed at me,
mm,
never ever judged me, and I realized that I like to write. We was in fifth grade, sixth grade, writing like stories,
mm.
m- making each other heroes, right? Don't you know in school, man, grammar school, you got the spiral
Yeah,
notebook,
look,
right?
wow.
That.
Yes.
So like that whole book, it was it was filled up with raps, poems, stories. Like I said, I didn't even start off writing doing rap. Like I started off doing poems.
Mm,
Like cause cause in grammar school taught me about Shakespeare. And it taught me about how to write these things that I don't even know called sonnets,
mhm.
right? So I used to write poems. I didn't write rap. Like I used to write poems because I didn't know how to rap. I didn't know how to actually like rap, right? Because I stuttered, but I knew how to actually write.
Yeah.
So I started off writing poems, man, in grammar school, loving the girls that I liked, man, and I used to write them poems. And then they used to be like, "Oh,
Loving
oh
that.
my God!" Like,
Somebody
like
writing poem.
that's the thing. So I started off writing that, and then I started taking like people rap, just like Pac rap, um, Big L raps, man, in high school, rapping them, and then they thought that was mine.
Hmm.
And so every day I would go home, Google like Big L lyrics, and then I go write them down, and then I go study them, and then I go to school, and then I go rap his stuff, and then I realize, oh no, blood, that's gonna actually catch up to you. And
You gotta.
then I started to learn and stuff how to actually write. So we was really Big L and Pop taught me how to like
All
rap,
right.
write. Them two only, Big L and Pop.
What I love and like what I'm hearing is how you notice maybe intuitively like your gifts and how you decided to like lean into those and water those. You know what I'm saying? Which kind of I
Yeah, since a kid,
yeah.
like a kid, man. Um, and then it really like it really hit me when I would take family like trips, a family bond. We was all heavy on bonding as a family, man. My grandma, my granddad, rest in peace to him. They would actually take us on trips, and then like they would actually take us on cruises, and so I would never ever forget like this cruise. Like I said, that I stutter, so I'm quiet. You never know what the outside think about you.
Hmm,
That whole cruise, they made me feel like a king.
hmm.
So I came back home telling like people to call me Rob Dog because that cruise, because of Mexicans, them like them Haitians was like, You are robbed, dog. You robbed, dog. So I came back confident then. And then I came back home like, man, if they see me like this, what like can I do around the people, around the city? Not just not just for lights, not for looks. No, no. Skip that. Just so I could show them faith over fear. You know what I'm saying? People and stuff like me need the people to like to tell me to encourage me, man. A lot of people don't know that I love it, man, when they basically text me, call me, and they check in on me.
Yeah.
They don't know that I'd be depressed, man. I was depressed,
Mm-hmm.
but I never told anybody.
Mm.
I won't ever tell anybody when I'm down. If you
That's
see it, nah, but I can't do it.
no, I hear you. I want to get it. She said Rob Dog. I'm screaming. Rob Dog is hilarious. But I hear you. You said something earlier. You were saying how as a result of like the stuttering, not like in school, whatever the case, you also had like anger. Um and then
Yeah.
I was gonna go there, and then you just said like I'll never let people see when I'm down. And so I'm wondering, because I do understand that. Like that's a it's called vulnerability, and being vulnerable is a hard thing to do. And you got to make sure you're around the right people to do that with, right? But I'm wondering, how have you, because you can acknowledge it and because you know it, how have you worked through like maybe the anger or whatever the things, like what are some things that you did to work through that? And I'm asking because one thing I do know is that we're more alike than we are different. And I know for a fact it's so many black boys out there who have the same, like who are going through the same thing and maybe are struggling for real and don't really know how to cope with it in a different way. Like for you, you
Right,
found
right,
writing,
right.
art, all of these things. So
Uh-huh.
when you realized, first of all, that you did have anger built around this and that it was actually like seeping out, it could seep out at some points for
Uh-huh.
yourself. Like how did you take a step back to kind of assess that and try to correct it or put yourself on a different path, if that makes sense?
Let me just tell a story since you actually talking about the anger part, because I always want to just keep it real. This
I
is
love a
high
good
school.
story. I love a
Oh
good
no, hey,
story. I'm buckled up.
I'm the
Let's
story guy.
let's
Okay,
do
I've got the stories. Okay, so this was sophomore year. You can ask Myron, Dave, everybody was there. I'm a sophomore. Chaz had a talent show. Everybody knew Spud can rap. Spud can rap. And we finna do this. So we all that did this song. It was me, Myron, Andre Donnelly, Dave, I think it was Sammy. And so when I saw the crowd, it was packed. My heart dropped. Anxiety came. My whole mind changed.
it. Mm-hmm.
So the beat dropped, everybody rapping. Dave go, Myron go, woo that. And then it's me. This is the battle when you stutter.
Mm.
All right. The very first line I said, what I just saw was the whole crowd stand up, wave their hands. I'm thinking they were saying, boo. My homie, like, nigga, they were saying, ooh,
Mm.
ooh, like, what, Spud? And so I got super, 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 super nervous that I kept on saying the same line over and over because I thought
Booing
they
you.
was they was booing me. But they were like, bro, how you actually kick the rap off, bro? They was like, oh my God.
You just came out of nowhere. What?
So what I say like this to say it's the one thing about me in life that like I regret. I regret letting people like see me angry because it's not no because it's not good because it ain't the nice Jesus Christian Rob, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like that's my battle. Is that like when I had this stuttering battle where I think people is actually talking about me,
Mm-hmm.
laughing,
Mm-hmm.
react quick,
Mm-hmm.
say some words quick,
Mm-hmm.
stand up for myself quick,
Mm-hmm.
get in like people like faces quick and be like, what's up?
Mm-hmm.
That's not good.
Yeah. What do you think you're still defending?
I don't know. That's the thing. Like that's the thing. Like I really can't explain this. It's like I just I just feel like all of my life, but I actually can explain it,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't say it
Mm-hmm.
because it brings other
Yes.
siblings in.
Fair enough.
I
I
just
respect.
knew I just knew as a kid I always had to defend myself because we was all that we had. We was all that we had, which is
Oh, is this your sister?
hey,
Yes.
I'm not even paying attention. Hey, Nada.
But what she also says was, and I can truly say it doesn't last long.
No. So like that's the thing about me is like it happens quick, and then the Holy Spirit, I'd be like, oh my God, bro, are you serious?
Mhm.
And then so it ain't the fact that I'm mad at people because I don't. I'd be mad at me because the way that I come come off,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So like that's the battle still, and then like that's a battle still today because you gotta understand, man. In 2025, like I be real. When I go to work,
Hmm.
I gotta take the bus and train.
Hmm.
Niggas are gonna try you.
Hmm.
So I ask myself,
Hmm.
when do you keep being this
Mm.
feel good, Rob,
Mm.
or when do you show them you ain't scared of nothing,
Mm.
nobody?
Mm.
But I got to be quiet and let things happen to me. Why? Because people love me. If anything happened to me, the city is gonna mourn.
Hmm.
So I just rather keep on living the way the Lord say live. Treat man the way the Lord say treat man. But I also know that I do wrong when I meet women.
Hmm.
So I would never ever come off like I'm this. I drop the ball a lot of times.
Yeah. But when you drop the ball, because here's what I'm kind of hearing, like when you say like I regret, showing people the angry side, or I've dropped the ball, with women, which sounds like you still have a little regret there too.
I
But in
mean, wait. But I'm healed, so I'm not like
oh no, I know what
into
you're
it.
saying, but it's more
Okay,
so of
okay.
a retrospect, like I wish I could have did things differently.
Yeah, cause I know better.
But you
That's the
know better.
thing.
But right. So when it comes to like the whole I wish I could have did things differently, it was this one thing. So I always reference this so much. My homegirl Happy, her and her mom were having a conversation, just kind of just in general talking about their relationship, the past, all of those things. And she asked her mom, if you could, would you do something different? Basically. And her mom said, if anything were different, everything would be different. So basically,
Mm, mm,
the answer was basically no, I wouldn't. And so I'm
mm.
wondering, like, because we all can look back and see things where we're like, oh my, this is teaching from the middle. That's the whole point of this podcast, right? We can always look back and see things. And the whole point is from those experiences, we're supposed to use them to inform what we do next, right? And so for me, when I hear you, it's like, you, it sounds it don't sound like it's out of the ordinary. And it doesn't sound like the worst things in the world. It just sounds like I guess I wonder, like, what did you learn from it? Like, what did it teach you about yourself? Because what it sounds to me like is you're very self-aware and you have the tools to pull yourself out of it, which a lot of people don't have right now. So for me, like, it just seems like the point that you're at is just working at just kind of bringing yourself out faster. And the faster you work at like bringing yourself out, eventually you get to a point where you don't. But it's the process though. And the only way you can really get deep into that process is if you don't beat yourself up about it when you go into those places, or if you go into those places. And it's not to say that you should not hold yourself accountable, or you shouldn't, you know what I'm saying, acknowledge that something was wrong. But
Yeah.
you shouldn't beat your, I mean, you really can't beat yourself up about it. I know it sounds crazy. You really can't say, oh my God, why did I, because then that kind of becomes counterproductive. It's like, okay, damn, I did that. What triggered, like what was said that actually made me go this time? You know what I'm saying? Or like, why does it keep doing that? Like, why does it keep making me feel like I gotta do this? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
for me, it's just like if anything were different, everything would be different. Um,
Yeah.
and unless you want something today to be different, then I don't know that you actually want anything to be different.
Mm.
Or, you know what I'm saying? Because then that means today everything would be different. And then who's to say that that different would be better?
Right, right, right.
You know. Okay, so let's do this. Let's move on a bit. So okay, so we get through high school and clearly understand, like, okay, I'm not feeling high school for a very valid, or not high school, but just school in general, for what you know the expectation is of you. But anyway, you make it through and you discover your artistic side. You become an artist. Now you rapping, and you know that this is your happy space. I kind of
Right.
want to fast forward ahead a bit. At what point did you stop creating and putting things out the way that you did before?
I never told people this.
Pew, pew, pew.
Pew, pew, pew. Okay. Hey, starting off. And then like this is super weird, bro. I'm like, what?
Oh, I love it.
The first time I fell behind on rent as a man, I said, I got down, depressed,
Mm,
lost a job. I was like, damn. My whole mindset. So look, listen, this before, so like I was going to church. I was active. But a lot of people don't know, like the last maybe seven years, every day I would watch a sermon, read the word, because like back then I did not know how much I was just living off the fact that I'm gonna get paid every week, because I so have. I'm always work, so I always work when like I was 18.
mhm,
People knew that like he could like lose a job, but this nigga get another job
mm.
within a week. So I always knew,
To bounce back.
like, so I never knew how to save money
That's
until
good.
it hit me, and then I fell back like, whoa! Every single studio that I ever went to, did nobody pay for that. I worked and I paid for it. Every single video that I shot, then nobody helped me to get, by the grace of God. Some of those videos was free. That's called favor.
Mm,
Why? Because
mm,
people knew he got it,
mm,
but they fell back when I fell back on myself.
mm,
Every single homie, every cousin that I had that was there, they left to go live out of town because they got families in it. And I fell into a place like
mm,
I can't do this by myself.
mhm,
Back then, My brother, he was younger. All of the guys now that would actually be there for me now, like nigga, come on, man, we finna get you back in. They was all younger. My whole mindset was that I gotta make it happen for them, man. I can't ask them for
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah, I see.
So I've always lived a life like I'm a big brother. I realize I'm the oldest one from my high school class. I'm the oldest one from my church, from the crew. So like my whole mindset was if Rob dropped the ball, they gonna look at me funny.
Mhm.
And then you had all of the younger ones, which is thank by the grace of God, thank the Lord, they was getting deals that I knew. And then like I said, I don't even tell like people that I know what y'all said about me. But I don't care. They like, man, the Spud is getting older. He should just give it up.
Mhm.
Certain things made me feel like, damn, true. Cause we all got the same circle.
Mhm.
Everybody, same people. Yeah, yeah, y'all all right. I'm the oldest one. Maybe like, let me just work. Let me just.
Mhm.
But every day, I'm creating. Um, man, like I got ideas, and then I'm just watching things happen, and then I gotta take the paper, scratch it up. Shout out to corporate. Everything corporate doing. Man, I used to shout out to Salem, bro. I'm telling you, Wildin' Out.
Mhm.
When I look at Wildin' Out, man, I think about all the Salem trips we took, all of us on the bus, making up games and songs. John, Anthony, and all of us, and Jared, and all that. Like, and then I sit back and say, bro, you had all these ideas, but you never stepped out on faith to go give it to others. So I've learned like it's not about me when I tell people. I don't like I tell people, all right? People are hey man, post yourself more. But there's nothing about me personally that I would want to post. But for y'all's sake, whatever that y'all want me to post, sure, sure.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I think that because I kind of was that way too. Like when it comes to like post yourself, why you don't post yourself? Why you don't do this? Why don't you do that? And it's like because it's not about that. But what I found is it really is. Because
Mm.
even as I'm listening to you, like seriously, as I'm listening to you speak, I could have this conversation with 1,000 different people, but it wouldn't be the same unless if it's coming from because your story is your story. It's what makes you unique. But when you can put a face to it, a black man who's being this vulnerable on YouTube, and you probably got siblings people listening to stories that they never heard or some things that they never heard you say before. For it to come out of your mouth, it makes a difference. I mean, I could try to repeat what you say and I could try to give a message and I could try, but it don't hit the same. It couldn't hit the same. So it's like the other thing is people telling you what they want. It's you. So then you got to ask yourself why you fighting it. You know what I'm saying? Still, that just becomes the question. And then it's like while you're figuring out why you're fighting it, what I've learned is you still got to move. So you still got to do the thing while you're still uncertain as to why you got to do this thing because that's called faith. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I kind of want to go back a bit though to when you were in that moment like that low moment. And I'm curious to know, like, what was your self-talk during that time? Like, what were you telling yourself? Not what you now know, however you now know to talk to yourself, but at that time when you're hearing the chatter, you are going, because I don't think people understand, like, when you see people going down, and especially if you can point it out and say, oh, so and so just he doing this or he did, like if you can see that, I don't think people a lot of the times understand that they don't need nobody needs you to say that to them, because if you can see it then probably they can too because they're in their life. And I don't think that people understand like the impact of words or energy when we're not conscious of it. And it's really easy to let that influence the way that we start to see ourselves and how we
Mm.
talk to ourselves. And for you, because I think there's just an added layer, because where the double standard is, and where women do get graces, we kind of can be down. You know what I'm saying? Obviously it's not something you want to be, but as a man, as a black man, that's just not seen the same. And I noticed that you all don't have a lot of safe spaces to go when you are in that, if you should you find yourself in that position, and most of you all find yourselves trying to claw your way out back by yourself. So during that time, I'm wondering, like, how are you talking to yourself, knowing what everybody else was saying and what they were seeing, and then also knowing what you were seeing, knowing that this wasn't the life you was used to, and this is totally different. What were you saying to yourself at that time? And this is important
I
because,
know
yeah,
this is important, but nah, I
you can't
can't
go,
really say it because
yeah, it wasn't good.
nah.
No. When you realized that that wasn't going to help you, like that talk, what got you out of that? What got you talking differently to yourself?
Actually, people, man, like I'll go on Facebook or I'll see people in real life, and they always ask me, man, bro, where your music at, man? How you like, and then like stuff like that with,
Fill you up.
yeah. But then like honestly, like telling you, this is like when I actually started to really watch a lot of sermons and read the Bible, because I had to learn that like the words and stuff I was saying to me to this
Hmm.
day, to
Hmm.
this day, that I struggle with it. That's not good. That's why too that I think that I've been feeling a little cloud, because the words that like y'all don't know that I be saying stuff to myself when I'm mad. So I won't say them, but I had to realize like, bro, what did God say?
Mm.
Like, so I had to realize, bro, it's kind of like you got God kingdom, you got the devil kingdom, you got God's voice, you got the devil voice. During that time, I was listening to the devil's voice, and then it made me realize now to this day why I don't I don't eat. I don't even got an appetite.
Mm.
A lot of people don't know, bro. Like, sheesh, that was a dark time.
Mm.
But I never showed it because like I said, picture you when you go outside, which I used to realize, like, dang, a lot of people know me,
Hmm.
but it don't really show on my Instagram like that. It don't show on my Facebook because they
Yeah.
be quiet. But in real life, like I had to realize, I can't show any type of sadness
Mm.
because I'm telling you, everybody speak well. Like, bro, man, you so positive, you so who that. But I tell them, sheesh, ha
You just
ha
know.
ha ha. If y'all ever see me get mad, ha ha.
Mhm.
If y'all ever heard the words that I be talking, ha ha.
Mm.
But that's the devil. No, that's the devil, man. The Lord already showed me through the people, through like different, like, D. I don't even talk about stuff. Do you know every time I run into Pastor John Hanna, I'm like, bro, you don't even know me. He always speaks to me. No, like he be speaking to me like he know me.
Mhm.
Oh, and then, like he'll come in and
Mhm.
why? I
'Cause
don't know, because spirit
I was about to say, yep.
recognize spirits,
Yes. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I had to realize, Rob, why do you have favor? Why do people like you don't even gotta publicize, but people are good
Mm-hmm.
to you. There's some bad things that happen, but that bad thing doesn't matter
Mm-hmm.
because the good
Mm-hmm.
outweighs the bad
Mm-hmm.
every single time.
Mm-hmm.
So that period was a dark, dark time, but I'm telling you, it was my family, my friends, music still creep. Doing that stuff still was a time that actually built me up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so that makes me think about like a butterfly, just that cocoon period. You know,
Hmm.
those periods, that pruning period. So who were you on the other side of it? Like when you came out of it, what were the things that you noticed about yourself, and that you appreciated about yourself as a result of that period?
That's a good question, but that's the thing that I'm still in it.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's 2025. This happened in 2015.
Hmm.
Like I ain't been the same since.
Hmm.
Like so I still got to figure out that.
I don't know, G. I think I don't know. I think that it starts in the mind
That's
first.
my last project actually too that I actually dropped.
What? It starts.
Good to Better was in 20 like 15.
Yeah.
It was an amazing time of my life.
But let me tell you why I don't think that you're still in it. And you stop me if I'm wrong. And if y'all are, as y'all are listening and you want to join in, definitely. But I'm gonna tell you why I don't think that you're still in it. Because everything starts in your mind. The man who says he can and the man who says he cannot are both right, right? And thoughts always become things. Everything starts in your mind first, right? And so what you started off saying at the beginning of this podcast was you did not do speaking things, you would not show up for podcasts, you would commit to them and not show up, you wouldn't do it, all of these things. And yet here we are today, right? And so what usually has to happen is you have to change your mind first. And then what happens is your reality it follows.
Mm.
There's this quote from Erica Badu that I really, really love. She said the universe, I'm going to say God. Well, actually, I'll say what she said, but we know what we mean,
Right,
right? But
right.
she was doing this interview, and this guy was like asking her, do you think that you like when people try to like rush to a certain destination, like when they try to hurry up and get there kind of thing?
Mm-hmm.
She said, well, I believe you kind of get to it when you become it,
Mm.
right? So she said the universe doesn't give us what we ask for, it gives us what we are, and then then you create that, and then you have it. And so what I'm saying is that it seems like for a very long time you've been in a cycle mentally,
Yeah,
um, and it's
yeah,
kept you physically
yeah, yeah.
what you are. It's kept you physically where you are, but the reason why I say today is different is because today you did something different
Oh
that
man.
creates a
Yeah.
completely different, opens up a completely different trajectory for you, and all you got to do is keep going on that. And it's just literally like step by step. G, I don't know, I think it starts by you recognizing that you're not the same and that you're not still in it, because as long as you believe you're still in it, you are, and
Oh yeah,
you'll keep
yeah.
creating it. G, you're not in it no more. And I think today is one of those days. You got people listening to you, hearing stories that they never heard before.
Yeah. I'm not even paying
You're doing
attention to see who,
you just
but I'm
flowing.
just thankful.
You doing your thing. You just flowing, like you getting ready to do things that you have not done
Mm,
before, or yet that people have been asking you for. You are
yeah.
literally facing a fear that you have, that, and you killing this shit. I'm not gonna hold you, like you killing it. So it's like, no, I don't actually think that you're still in a space, maybe physically, because your mind, I mean, the reality just has to catch up to your thinking. But today, I don't know that I believe that you're in the same space, is what I'm saying. I think that I'm hearing something differently.
Yeah,
um,
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, even think about it, the way that we even came to this. And so I don't know, for the people listening, the way that this interview like this even happened. I made a post on my own
Yeah.
on my Facebook. Like I work with people who struggle to figure out the next steps for themselves. What I find is a lot of the times we overcomplicate everything. We feel like we got to know all the steps, we got to know everything that's next. If we don't know, then we got to learn, and then before you know it, you never move. And so
Mm,
for myself, it's like, no, I simplify my own steps. I think about what's the next best step. It don't have to be perfect, it don't have to look good. I'm gonna do it because I know that's the hardest part, just putting it out there in the first place. But I know that once I do it one time, I can keep going. So literally, that's all that post was. It was me sitting at my computer, like forcing myself to do something that I didn't necessarily know what it was going to be. And I put
right.
it out, and literally you responded the next day.
Yeah, yeah, no.
Zone, and
I
then you get
think
out of yours. You get what I'm saying? And then from there, like what really grabbed me was just the vulnerability. And this is why I'm saying you got to show up and be present, because we don't have too many Black men who have platforms and presence who are also willing to be vulnerable. Because I think young boys need to hear that all of these things that you're saying. You get what I'm saying? And I also think that they need to hear that it probably is not helpful to go through the things that you go through alone, but also you're not the only person who thinks that it is. It's just one of those things. But you responded to that Facebook post being
mhm.
very transparent, very
Yeah.
clear
What's
on,
what's
on the
what's been pushing me too, like I said, that the Lord set up things that just happens at the right time. When I was doing a subbing with the schools, like weird, weird though, in a good way, weird. Any classroom I came in, they didn't know me, but they'll look and be like, "Can you please stay here with us? Can you please be our teacher?" So I'm just looking like, all right, and then and then it's like this job that I work where I work, birthday parties. I could work church events, read, pass, and it's like a lot of people. But I know what them people pull, like, like they come and take me to the side and say, "Young man, something about you. This, that, this, that, this, that, this, that." Then I know what the hood say. Every every hood that I've ever been in, whoa, man, they stop and they be like,
Mhm,
something about you.
mhm,
And then they started calling me Moses, like I told you. I was like,
mhm,
whoa, brother, that's a huge title right there, man, to put on me. All right, to lead the people. But no, man, it's the people, it's the word of God, and then the people talking to me that tie in and say, "Thank you, Lord. Keep on, Rob, sucking in sermon. I mean, uh, soaking in sermons,
yeah,
reading the Bible,
yeah,
and just keeping a clear mind." Because I learned that the devil, when the Bible say that the devil come to steal, kill, and destroy,
mhm,
he is not talking about your physical body. He's talking about your mind.
mhm,
What is on your mind? Your mind is your free will. It's
mhm,
your feelings. It's your thoughts.
mhm,
So again, what I had to say, God's voice,
mhm,
the devil voice.
mhm.
And the only way to know is if you indulge in the word.
Yeah.
If you pray, if you know what the devil wants to do to our mind
Mhm,
versus God, what he said.
mhm.
Come to me, all of those that are weary, heavy, and burdened, and I will give you rest. And the
Yeah,
Lord be like telling us what to do. First thing first, seek ye first the kingdom of God. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, this
yeah,
and that. And so I had to wake up every day and say, all right, Rob, God's voice, the devil's voice.
yeah,
Which one, bro? And then I had to learn. That's how like I had to realize when I be getting down on this or that. Like, bro, cause you too in on your mind, bro. What people think and this or that. If you let like people down, if you tell them that you'll do this and that, but then something happened during the day where you can't show up for them. Now you're beating like yourself up. Now you mad because you're like,
Mhm.
no, no, no. So it's like that's the whole battle,
Yeah,
is to just know, like, bro, like,
yeah,
breathe,
yeah.
keep
You
it
know,
moving.
first of all, hey Jarima girl, she's on here.
Yarima, thank you for the opportunity. Shout out her, man. Hey,
Love her.
yes, yes, yes.
Listen, so when I hear you speak about like the devil voice, God voice, and like the mental battle, because it is a mental battle. But one of the ways, just for myself, one of the ways I kind of like simplify this battle is for myself is I decided to learn how our brain works, because the thing is, you can know a word, you can know there's a difference between knowing something and actually understanding it, and the difference a lot of the times is your experience, the lessons you took from it, and then how you apply it for it, right? So there's a difference between just knowing the word. You can regurgitate a lot of different, you
Exactly.
can
Yeah,
regurgitate a
yeah.
whole lot of positive affirmations, and it's not to say that like doing those things are bad, but when there becomes a disconnect, like your actions aren't necessarily matching what you know, then obviously, yeah, that becomes a thing, right? And so what I learned is that that's a very normal thing, and it's normal because what's happening is, and just in general, our brains are designed to keep us safe. That's just what it is. At the end of our brains are designed to keep us safe. It's not designed to push you out of your comfort zone. It's not designed to make you change your it's designed to keep you safe. And what's safe to it is always going to be the things that's familiar, and what's familiar may not necessarily be right. So when I hear you say, like, I mean, you kind of grew up in a way where you had to protect yourself. Subconsciously, you had to protect yourself because you had this stutter, and because of that subconscious belief that you had, you develop habits around it to protect yourself. So it's like then that becomes like, and a lot of the times we call like our brains that when they're just not working with each other, we like to call that the devil, right? Like it's the things that we do, and we like to say the devil, it was the devil, or what are the things,
Yeah,
whatever the case.
yeah. But he can't make you do
But
nothing.
no. But you can end up doing things that you know you shouldn't be doing, but something like this can trigger you
Mm,
to do it,
mm.
because subconsciously you have a belief around something. Like, so if you believe that somebody is laughing about you stutter because you built a habit around protecting yourself, then that's just what you're going to do, even though you consciously know that that's probably not the right thing to do. And what most people,
Yeah, yeah.
yes, and what, oh, this is good. Jarima just posted a great book about our brain, is What Happened to You. But what
Mm.
most people don't know is
Thank
that
you.
you have three minds. You have your conscious, subconscious, unconscious. You're only conscious about 5% of the day. Most people don't understand that you are on autopilot. You're in your subconscious thoughts 95% of the day. So whatever you grew up, whatever habits you grew up creating for yourself, it doesn't matter what new information you learn.
Mm-hmm.
If you still have that subconscious belief, then when you're on autopilot, you
Mm-hmm.
might likely show up that way. And why do I say this? Because when we know that, then the first thing we can do is not beat ourselves up about it. And
Right,
then we can start asking ourselves, okay, cool. When I check out, what is the outcome usually? And then what do
right.
I want it to be? What do I want it to be? Because all this sound, I'm not saying all like it's just that easy. It's not that, nothing about what I'm saying is simple. But what it sounds like to me is now we got to start practicing new habits. So not just being able, because another thing that I know is that a lot of people can actually name the thing that they have going on, and naming the thing and then actually building new habits to
Mm-hmm.
change the thing are two totally different things.
Right.
And so it's like when you start acting out of alignment with what you know, then the question becomes, okay, cool. How do I want to be? Like, how do you want to react when somebody says X, Y, and Z? And then the only thing you can do from that point is start practicing it, because now you got to build a new habit. And guess what's going to happen when you try to build a new habit? You gonna not subconsciously, you're gonna revert back to old habits. And so that's where it's just self-correct. Like when you notice it, you fix it, you come in and you change it. When you notice it, you come in and change it. You
Yeah.
don't have a whole lot of time to be mad at yourself that you're still
Right.
doing it because
Right.
you feel like you know better. Because I'm telling you why you can know better and do different.
Right.
You get what
But
I'm
I
saying?
think, yeah, but I also, when you said that, like, I, so I think too, like, cause it ain't just like with the stuttering. And I realized that I would lose a temper when I play basketball,
Mhm.
cause I learned that it's the way people say things.
To you.
So I'll like process it, and then I'll react quick.
Right. But what I'm saying is,
Quick, like what?
but why does that? Because you
I
said
don't.
it's
That's
beyond the stutter. But I don't know. Maybe it could be. I'm not a therapist. Let me just start there. And so that's not what this is. But it's like when the trigger happens, like when it comes, and it's probably stemming from something that has to do
no,
with
like no, like I told you that I already know what it is, but I
yeah.
can't
You
say
can't
it.
say it, right? Duh.
Yeah, cause yeah. So
Let me
I,
bring
like I
it back.
said, that I
Yeah,
still gotta protect my family, my homies,
you're
people.
right.
So I say can't nobody say nothing crazy
Yeah.
around me, about me,
I
or anybody that I love, because without hesitation.
you going. Right. But you know, as long as you know that and you keep saying that, that's always going to be the reaction. So
That's
at
the
some
thing.
point,
So I'm trying to learn how to not be like that, how to learn how to not say nothing and let people do that. But I don't know how to let men do that without me saying,
yes,
okay,
you do. The man who says
let's.
he can and the man who says he cannot are both right. So
That's the thing. How
I think the
when you
first thing
grew up
that way.
around a man. My grandfather was man. He didn't take. Man, it's a lot of stories that we coming home in the car with granddad, then the thugs, and don't you know when they like to pull a car, then they stop the car straight, and then the other cars behind them. My granddad was never going. He would, hey, move up the street. Like so, I watched him and said, "Ooh, I'm gonna be like my granddad."
I wonder though, because when you say it's hard, because when you grow up around a man like these
Man,
influences.
I grew up around men.
So I wonder then how is that serving you today? Does it serve you well?
If you say the wrong thing, I'ma act like a
But,
man.
but listen, because a few things here. One, does it serve you well? And two, is that
No, because I
okay?
don't like the way that it make me feel. Because
Yeah.
deep down, I know that the spirit and the word be taking like, that's not true, bro. Why do
Yes. Jareen said,
why never gotta prove a point? Because people is out here for you. So
yeah,
I forget you don't gotta prove a point, bro.
yeah.
But I just be in the closest situation face to face where ain't nobody around me to help me. So I got to.
So I love what Jarima just said. She said you have to redefine what makes someone a man. And I think that's actually where like a
Mm,
good first start. Because when you keep saying like because I'm a man, then what it means to be a man,
okay.
it makes sense to
I
do.
don't know
Or
how
what,
to
in your opinion.
so I don't know how to go back and forth with another man.
Mhm.
So my mindset be let's just do whatever, shake hands,
Okay,
walk away.
so you don't know how to do it, but you can
Yeah.
learn. So I think
Ah,
I'm gonna tell you how. I think the first thing is one, if you're not around like different type of men who have like different ideologies, or maybe you are, I think the first start could just be to be around more people, like more men that you might want to be like, or more men who exhibit qualities that you might actually want to learn. Because I think the hardest part for you is you keep saying like you don't know how to do this. And so guess what happens when you tell that to yourself?
then
Brain
it
leaves you. And then remember, thoughts become things. And so, because thoughts become things, every time that same thing comes up, because you don't believe you know how to do it differently, you're going to do it the same way. You know what I'm saying? And so I think it does start with redefining what it means to be a man for you in 2025 today, not what you've seen and what
Mm.
you're up to and what you valued before, because he was that kind of man because of, for whatever reason, he had this, like, he had to be whatever he had to be for whatever reason. So I think the question you got to ask yourself is, what kind of man do you need to be today in 2025? What is
So I
that?
say positive, but again, when you
Specific. When you say positive,
okay, so
I mean, habit wise, like habit wise, the man that you are today is
mhm,
the man who does, like, and you don't, we don't have to say do this online,
right,
but I'm just saying,
right,
like,
right, right.
this is how specific it has to get. You have to get down
Mm,
to the habits that you want to practice every day,
mm.
because then you have to actually start practicing them every day. Which is why, shout out to Jareem, because that was perfect. You
Thank you,
have to
thank you.
start by reframing what it means to be a man. I think that,
Mm,
because you won't practice anything differently until you, and as long as you don't practice anything, if you don't, it, nothing changes if nothing changes, period. So if you don't start practicing things differently, you're going to keep getting the same result. And my coach used to say in high school, shout out to Andre Lewis, he used to say
mm.
that, I guess he used to get tired of repeating himself to us all the time, because we would do the same thing over and over again.
Right, right, right.
So he would say that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. You get what I'm saying? And that's why I'm saying,
Yeah.
like, if what your definition of a man is working for you today, which it doesn't sound like it, then it really comes down to, what do I want it to look like for me? What are those habits, and what can I start practicing? And it
Yeah.
sounds simple, but nothing in this life is simple, and we know that. So again, when you start to say, well, it ain't that easy, or that's another excuse, because we know it's not. Building wealth is not easy. Loving is not easy. Being in a relationship is not easy. You coming
Mm.
on this podcast today wasn't easy. You get what
No,
I'm saying? But you did
hey,
it anyway.
April.
Yeah, but you did it anyway. So I don't know. I think, like, and we don't got to stay on this too long either. But
No, no, this hey,
I'm gonna tell you, this
I'm
is
cool.
why, G, like, this is why you got to do what you say you're gonna do for 2026, and you got to start using your voice more, because I don't even think you realize how many people you're gonna help as a result of your vulnerability, because you're not saying anything that somebody else ain't thinking. You get what I'm saying? I have this conversation with so many men, and you are sounding, I mean, so many of you all do sound alike in that, well, this is what a man is, because you're referencing your grandfather or your father from a different time. You get what I'm saying?
See, I personally think this, right? I would personally know what a what a man is that I always said when I had kids, when I have a wife. Cause you would, I mean, this is for
That's
me.
it. Unfortunately, the mind doesn't work that way. Again, when we talk about habits and discipline, that's stuff that's built. Who you are today, unless you start doing things differently, is who you will be in that marriage, and who you will be as a father, unless you start working to do things differently. Like, it's not a switch that clicks because you say I do, or because something, it don't just switch. You literally got to work towards it and become the part. Again, the universe doesn't give you what you ask for, it gives you what you are. So even if
Mhm.
you do say I do, and even if you do become a parent, are you going to be the type of husband and father that you see for yourself, that you want, or are you going to be the type that you are? And who are you right now? Because who you are right now is likely who you'll be, unless, because I everybody can change if you do the work. It's who you will be unless you make a conscious decision to do things differently.
Mm.
Oh, this is Jeremy is on one. She said relationships don't shape you. You will bring you to every situation. That is everywhere you go is where you'll be. It don't
Mm.
matter. So who are you bringing to these things? Because that is what's going to show up every single time. And
But
I'm
you
happy
know,
you said that, because I hear men say that all the time.
yeah, yeah. But you know what I have told you off the camera about, like, when I meet people that, like, the very first thing that they say, which I know that I am bringing something, that I see God, that I feel God, and that I feel God like around you. But it be like when stuff happen, then it be like, where's that same thing? Then I just had to look deep in, like, nah, bro, it's not that. Like, it's you. it's you. You would you would show them things, and then again, what would happen? Doubt, creep up, and then it's like now you sitting there looking like, okay, all right, where did things go? Doubt, bro. Like no, people be telling me, bro, you got it, you got
You
this.
do know that's human,
That,
right? We
that's very human.
And one thing that I try to always remind people is we all have the capacity to do good and bad. That lives in us both. That lives, both of them live in
Yeah,
us,
yeah,
good and
yeah,
bad, right. And so what it comes down to again are what do we choose? What are we choosing? And a lot of the times, like, what have you been practicing? Because again,
mm,
you're only conscious literally less than 10% of the day. So what you've actually been practicing is what's important, because that's what's going to happen when you're on autopilot, when you're not thinking. Have you ever just gotten into a car and zoned out and still got to your destination? Because that's how
man,
mine is. Because
yeah,
your muscle memory, because you can zone out and
yeah,
still be there. That's
but
just what it is. And so it's the same thing in
right,
the day. I think that, and even for people listening, I mean, you can
mhm,
try to pay attention to how actual, like how conscious you are throughout the day. I think you might end up being more conscious trying to pay attention to it, but the reality is you're on autopilot most of the day.
yeah,
It's what you practice.
yeah,
It's
hey,
gonna always be what you practice. And so what, and here's the thing, you can control that. You can control what you practice. And it's gonna really and it really shows up in when you're by yourself, like behind closed doors. So that's the thing. So you can't practice being having good vibes outside and then come in the crib and you're not practicing that with
yeah,
yourself.
yeah,
You're
yeah,
talking bad to yourself. It's gonna always be that kind of like what's the word that I'm looking for? It's gonna always be that disconnect. It's just weird.
yeah.
That's not the word I was looking for, but that's the one that came. But you'll
When I'm frustrated though, only and then mad, then I
no
start.
matter though, because all of those moments
No,
count.
true,
If
true,
you
because
get
it
what I'm
don't last. Because it
saying,
never
yes,
ever lasts.
that's great.
Never lasts.
Listen, that's great. But now we want to get to a point where, and again, this goes down to what Jarima said about what redefining when I'm frustrated. How do I want to act when I'm frustrated?
Exactly.
How do I want to be? Like how would I like to show up? And then what do I need to start practicing right now? Because I might not get it right away because you're not. But what do I need to practice every day, no matter what, to get that? You get what I'm saying? It's just like when people pray for patience and then
Mm,
they don't understand that that means that you're going to have to be put in situations where then you have to actively choose patience.
no,
So when you
that's
say
what happens.
that's the only way to build patience, because everything is a muscle.
That,
It's the same thing
yeah,
with discipline. It's the same thing like if a man is a habitual like liar and cheater and then they get married and they may be able to like keep it straight for a little bit and then you go back to who you are. It's about literally what are you building in your spare time. That's why I always encourage people,
mm,
like, we got to be able to we got to have our me time, and our me time can't just be going out to the bars and like we really got to be reflective, like who are we showing up as,
mm,
period, and then who do I want to show up as, and then what do I need to start practicing literally today. And you can't practice it all at once, so everything about you ain't gonna change at once. But for the things that as you prioritize them and you're like, man, in 2026 I really want to work on this because this has had me in a chokehold for like 15 years. Like it's had me, I want to work on this. So what does it look like to do it differently? You got to be
wait,
that.
let me just specify something up when I said the 15-year thing. Like,
No, I just brought up the
dang, okay,
numbers.
okay,
That has
because
nothing
I'm
to
not talking like, yeah, like I'm just
no,
talking about
in
within
general.
that time that I ain't been dropping no music and album because
No,
of
no, no, no.
that.
I'm just saying a number,
But
but
as
it's just
far as the healing
mm,
relationship, I'm not stressing over nothing.
for sure.
I'm good. I'm happy every day, but it's just a self
Yeah,
battle. All right,
yeah.
okay, good. Because that 15 years sounded a little low. I'm like,
But
dang,
that's
did
okay.
that,
But listen, but here's the thing. If
did
it
that
did
sound bad?
no, but you know what? Here's why I love that we're doing this. And we a little over an hour. So just give me like 20, 30 more minutes. But I love that we're doing this because I think the other reason why people struggle with the healing journey is it requires you to just be able to hear things that may make you uncomfortable about yourself. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was just saying 15 because I was just saying a number. But then when you say it like that, like, does that sound bad? It's like,
No,
here's the thing, there's no such thing as good. There's no such thing. What I've learned about my journey is there's no such thing as good and bad when I go back and think about things and look over things.
Nah, it was amazing. I tell people.
It's not even amazing or good. It's not. I go back and I literally I'm non-biased. And I go back and I just look over the experience that I had. And I'm thinking about, well, what did I learn from that? Like, what did it really do for me? Because if I get caught up in the emotion of it, I'm either be too sad, it's gonna take me down. And then I don't actually the lesson of it. So it's like for you, like when you hear 15 years, if it makes you feel away, then it's like, but it is what it is. And the very first step is, oh, it's been that long. Okay, well, it's time to turn around.
Yeah.
You still got breath in your body, G. Like you got 15 years of experience behind you.
Nah, that's why I said, but I just be thinking about like how much more could I have done?
You couldn't do anything because
with the music though.
But the thing is, as long as you keep going back and thinking that, you're never going to get your lessons because you're asking the wrong questions. There's nothing you can do to go back and change it. So when you ask yourself, how much more could I have done? That's really like a dead end question. It takes you nowhere, because even if you come up with what you feel is the perfect answer, it still does nothing for today.
Yep.
So the real question is, what did that moment teach me? What did I take from it? Because now I can take that and I can apply it to today, and then I can move forward. You can't move forward when you asking yourself questions like what you could have done differently. Literally, it's gonna keep you stuck in a loop.
It taught me just to stay ready. So like during that whole time, like I always wrote stuff. I always came up with stuff, which is why like.
Why you can't understand you spiritual too? Why you can't understand that maybe that's just what was supposed to happen? Maybe that was literally just your story and your journey. You can only control but so much of your life.
See, it didn't take me because it didn't take me till I started really, really like to indulge in the word. Like I said, I was just going to church. Like I knew
you knew the word, but you
Jesus is my word. But that's the thing that I knew the word.
Yeah.
But I had to go through things to see. Oh. Now I see why the God said this in the Bible, why the Lord said he's a shepherd, I shall not want.
Yeah.
Make it mean to lie down in a green pasture. This is the thing. Think about the shepherd, right? When a sheep wander off, like the shepherd leave the sheep and then they'll go find that one, right? What he does, they don't know, is to the sheep leg that the shepherd does like something though to the sheep leg where he gently though, like it's not painful, gently, and then that sheep lie down. And so now I'm like, that scripture makes so much sense. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. So like anytime when I wander off, get too far ahead, I was selling half, making bread. Yes. Something happened where I learned why this.
Yes.
Because you was dependent on your own source, bro. You forgot where it came.
No, you can simplify it because you already said you had bad money management problem. Like everything.
Oh man.
But here's the thing. Everything is not like this whimsical, mystical thing. Like, yes, God is that dude. I always say he's my co-creator. He tells me what to do, and then I gotta have the confidence to run the play, period. But definitely the GPS and directing this ship. You get what I'm saying? Jarima said, lean into the uncomfortable feeling, Rob, and the revelation may take some time.
Hey, thank you. Hey man, see, like I said,
I want to
thank you.
What I was saying was like, so God is definitely the GPS. I gotta have the confidence to run the play, period. And then when things go wrong, I have to hold myself accountable, not in a way that's like, you stupid, like not that. But what actually happened here? And a lot of the times what happens is like with the money, with the financial, because I was the same for sure. I always had money and a job and all of those things. I didn't have to learn until I had to learn.
Man, I had to learn.
What I realized was then I can look back at those situations and I can say, you didn't stop leaning on God or believing God. It really was as simple as you just wasn't practicing good habits. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like literally good habits, like the habit. And so then the question becomes, cool. So since you know all of these things, what are you doing differently today? You see what I'm saying? And so and that's it. Like literally all you can do is go back, grab the lesson, and then you apply it forward. That's literally what is that's what wisdom is. You get what I'm saying? Wisdom is applied knowledge. It's the information and the knowledge that you gain from your previous experiences, and then you apply it forward. You're going to be more wise. So no, you didn't stray. Because again, now this takes you down a whole other rabbit hole of what kind of what is it? No, you just have poor money management. And it's really that simple. And guess what? When you make it that simple, then you can say, oh, I don't have to have poor money management. I'm gonna go educate myself so I can do it differently this time.
Right.
That's what has to happen. Because we're gonna go back to habits and discipline. Then you got to build the habit of actually practicing what you know. You get what I'm saying? And it's like,
definitely.
You know, it's like, I don't know, G. Like some things, what I found is that we make a lot of things harder than what they have to really be. It really just comes down to how am I showing up every day? Like when I heard that Erykah Badu quote, like the universe doesn't give you what you ask for, it gives you what you are. I was literally, because it was last year. So I was at a point in my life where I was very, very stuck. And I'm just like, I felt like, and I was frustrated too, because I'm like, I feel like I'm helping other people. I've helped so many people make so much money just from what I know and just sharing it for free because I really just want people to win. But I was so stuck myself and I could not understand for the life of me, like, how is this even possible? And I'm having all types of conversations with God, like, what is going on? Like, this don't even make sense. Like, I do this, like, so I know it wasn't that I wasn't being obedient to God and God's word. Like, I was still serving. So when I heard the quote, the universe doesn't give you what you ask for, it gives you what you are. That literally made me ask myself, looking at my reality, who have I been to create this reality for myself? Do you understand what I'm saying? And to go back to Jarima's comment about leaning into the uncomfortable feeling, like I had to sit with that because then I had to look at myself and say, girl, you've connected so many people to financial gurus and all of these things, and you have not followed through and done. You haven't practiced good habits. And the moment I recognized that in myself, that what I was creating, because it was like cognitive dissonance, who I knew myself to be, and then who I was showing up was just who I was showing up as were two totally different people. And it took for me to see that. It took for me to sit with that and decide I wasn't going to make myself right or wrong. Whatever I did from that moment forward, like in the past, I wasn't going to make myself right or wrong. I was going to take what I realized real time and do something different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it literally comes down to, you got to just don't be mad about the circumstances or the situations. Look at it and get real practical. What can I do today different? And then I just keep doing that thing every day, that same different thing, because it's going to take time for the reality to catch up to your changed behavior. And that's another reason why people can't really successfully build new habits, because then when they do make up in their mind, like, man, I'm doing this, I got this going on, I got this, now I finally decide to do the right thing, and this still happens. Like, yeah, because your reality is now still catching up to the new you, because you still got all that residue from what you were doing then. So now you just got to be patient. So as you're doing the right thing, that's when you really got to get in your word and ask God to give you the patience to persevere, because you know you're doing the right thing. And
thank you too. That's the two things that I've been praying for. That's the two things that I said, oh man, Rob, once you get these, tell me, patience and discipline.
Yeah, but those are things that you got to practice. So
that's the stuff that I've been practicing.
So really, you like, okay, God, send me the next situation that probably is going to be catastrophic. That's probably going to trigger me. Like, send me the next situation that's going to require me to choose discipline.
Yeah,
that's going to require
I'm ready for it. Like I know
I
Who
don't want you, but people pray for the wrong things. They like, God, give me patience. God, give me this. And it's like, do you know what that means? Are you understanding what you're praying for? And do you understand that God is not just going to give it to you, that you got to work for it? What he will provide for you is the perfect storm. And he will provide for you an opportunity to be what you're praying for. And then you got to decide. You get what I'm saying? So it's like,
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, yeah.
and literally that's just it. Like that's the process. And then guess what, it's gonna come again, it happens again, and then you
Hmm.
decide to do it differently. You decide to practice it again. And then what
Right,
you
right.
notice is that after a while of you consciously deciding to do
Hmm.
something, that it'll start to seep into your subconscious, and then it becomes a new habit, and then on autopilot you'll realize one of these days that you just don't respond the same. It's gonna happen. So the way it happens is it's not abrupt, but it's like so sneaky, because you go from practicing something consciously to you look up one day and you're like, damn, that don't even bother me no more.
Yeah.
But
See,
that,
it's certain things now that I had to realize, like, wow, like I used to let this bother me, but now it don't, and I
see
used
what
to
I'm,
do that.
but it's
Now,
probably
now
because
it
you
don't.
started doing something different. You started
Yeah,
practicing something different.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, Jarima, don't make me blush. Do not make me blush. You're making me blush. I
Uh,
appreciate
uh,
that. Thank
what
you. I
you what you doing is great, Wanaki, man. I'm telling
And
you.
what you're about to do is going to be better. I'm not going to hold you, because the impact that you're going to have is just, again, you're going to reach people that I just cannot reach. You get what I'm, you're going to reach people that nobody else can reach. That's why people keep telling you that they see it in you. But at some point, G, you got to decide that you're going to be it, even if you don't believe it yet, because you know it's in you.
I
And
know I can see it, but I got to just
but
come on, Rob, do it.
the only way we don't create momentum by thinking about it. You just got to do
Mm.
something. But today was that step though, G. Today was
Yeah.
the first step. And
Hey,
okay, so
thank
here we go. We're
you.
at an hour and 26 minutes, and I do want to be respectful of your time and everybody else's time.
Nah, this hey, thank you guys though. Like I said, I can't see who that, but like I said, thank the Lord that I don't even know.
Ah,
I'm glad I don't know. Yes. So
you killing
thank
it.
you though.
Okay,
Thank
so listen, two things. This is how I like to end it.
you. Uh-huh.
You're a rapper. I low key want to ask you to spit something real quick. If you don't feel
Oh
comfortable, I ain't gonna put you on the spot. But
no, come on, put
do
me
got,
on the
if
spot.
you
No, no,
do
no,
happen
no,
to
no.
have a
No,
few
no, no,
bars,
please. Can I?
yes,
Oh,
yes, because I need you to do that.
ooh, how did you know? How did you know that I was ready? See, I got the TV ready right here, and I got the beat up like that's. Whew, thank you, cause like so. What I want to do, so y'all know, this is a gift.
Mm.
I'ma just sum up everything that I just told you how I felt in a rap.
You finna freestyle?
I'm about to do something for you.
Oh,
All right.
let me.
Hey
Period.
man, I'm about to do something because I believe I'm about to do it over like a little beat. But no, thank you.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna let you do you.
I'm gonna pause it.
Okay, we're gonna let you do you, and then
Mhm.
I'll tell you that after you do you. I don't want to overstimulate.
No,
Let's
no, no, no. Do your like. Look, man. Let me know what you need. All right.
no, do you first.
All right. So listen. Thank you though for this, cause like I said, throughout grammar school, like this started in what 98,
Mm. Oh,
97.
oh head. Just kidding.
2005, man. Like I said, when I rap, y'all, I'm not trying to get the oohs, the ahs. I'm not trying to do it to say that I'm better than this. No, 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 no. These are all the things that I see, and then I just put it into rap, like I've been doing since a short,
Mm.
right? So I just pray that this rap like blesses y'all, all right?
Yeah.
All right, come on. Let me just do it. Uh, can you hear the beat?
Hmm.
You sure? Hold on. Let me turn it up. It won't fly. Hold on. So let me just sum up what we've been doing, right? How I've been thinking. Uh, I read the parables and listened. Lately, I was making some terrible decisions, driving off track, There go collision. Tell me who I'm supposed to follow with my hero up in prison. I
Mm,
just look around like people nomination. Made me question more to have deeper conversations. I just pray the feel good can reach the congregations. It's all about God, grace, or reach amongst the nations. Mind, body, soul, you should beat the combination. New life is more than them Easter conversations. I know, dumb and down. Would you ever know his presence if I ever came around? If you swimming in your ways, would I really let you drown? Y'all just set my bar high so I can really let y'all down. I don't wear a super cape, but I know I wear a crown. If I
mm,
didn't know before, best believe I know it now.
mm,
So that whole thing been in my head, man. Reading the Bible, reading the parables just to get it. And then like once I actually got those, I was like, dude, that you've been tweaking, man. You've been doubting. You've been going against, like you said, what I know ever since a shorty, man. Like just doubt, man, because of the mind things and this or that. Man, I had to learn like, bro, the Lord show you every day how like valuable, touching, man, the people, bro, that you are. From the shorties to your families, to the kids, to the older people, to my neighbors.
mm.
Every day, neighbors are getting sad. Oh man, just don't leave, Rod. We don't want you to leave from here. But hey man, I gotta go,
Mm.
right? So like it is through this whole time, G, I'm telling you that I think the Lord, like you said, that I ain't been down. No, man, I thank God for this talk. I thank God for you reaching out, like that whole conversation that we had. You like, no, no, G, like you gonna
Gee, you got
do
it.
it, man. You gonna make it happen. So I just always tell the people, I don't need this or that, much or that. I just need y'all
Mm,
support.
mm.
Just a text, the calls, and say, hey, bro, drop drop some music, or bro, hey man, I keep on doing what you're doing. I don't need y'all to buy no merch because the Lord put it on my mind. Like I said, that I know how to make bread, and so I
Mhm.
thank God that I've been given like uh
Very
opportunities
mm-hmm.
opportunity to like make things for like others. Man, the Lord saying, bro, you don't gotta reach out and beg people that you know and feel like it. No, no, you are you. And so let me just leave on this note too. So I stopped telling like people now when they meet me, what's your name? Cause I used to say Spud,
Mm-hmm.
Spud. You call me Spud. Now I say Robert.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I've learned that the name Robert means shining star,
Mm-hmm.
bright light. I've been running from Robert.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been going by Spud. Cool. Now it's like, hey, bro, nah, get you are who the Lord called you to be since you go to shorty.
Mm-hmm.
Like you always been a people person.
Mm-hmm.
You always,
So what are you gonna do with it?
man, I'm like, what? Like I said, I can
Because
say
you
this
can't.
or that, but I just want it to happen. So I just know I'm about to take them steps, put that. Let's do it. Like I said, I don't know because I get too happy. I'll get excited. I just trust in the Lord. Take it
What's the
day
first
by day, huh?
what do you think the first step is?
For like just a. Are we talking about just more like me wanna
For
like?
this next wave, what you got going on? Like what you
Oh man,
ready to do? What's the first step? What's the next step?
the first step for like
People can't
me.
hold you accountable. They can't hold you accountable to what you won't say out loud. So we got to say it out loud. What's the first step?
Hey, like the so the way that I actually want to like say it that I ain't gonna say it, but it just on some positive stuff. So I just realized what I've been doing like the last year, been inside different like studios. A lot of people don't know. So I've been going in, creating some very dope songs that I believe on some therapy stuff. When like the people basically hear it now, it's like, bro, where you
What's the
been?
marketing plan for it?
Uh, so the main thing first is to really start this podcast that we actually both talked about that I should do. I believe like before I could give the people more like songs and stuff, but I learned that a lot of them they would ask me, bro, like what's your
They want to know.
story?
They want to.
Like so I had learned that like a lot of people know bits of pieces of me. A lot of them know me through him, through her, through that. So I learned can't nobody tell your story better than you, bro.
So we doing a podcast. You starting a podcast?
I'm about to start one of the dopest podcasts I'm telling you that I've been sitting on because I believe that them ears is gonna be in tune. A lot of people gonna be rushing home trying to get in tune because of life, man, of things that I learned. There's a lot about me, which ain't all like serious. What I'm saying, like I believe that like I'm a funny person, bro. I'm
No,
telling you, when I
this
do
is
stand up,
just a serious conversation, but you're well rounded.
when I really do stand up, y'all go like, ain't this Rob?
Yeah.
Yup. Hey, dog. But I believe that these things now that I've been doing like the last couple of months though, like I actually been at peace, going inside the studio, going back, getting things in order, got the website up, but it ain't published yet, so I just put it on live yet. Let me just finish things.
Mhm.
What you said, what is the next step? What I've been doing, like you said, I don't know, can you see this print? It say faith
Fear.
over fear. So I just always come home, create things that I know when I go do this podcast, but I want to have
These things lined up.
every everything
I'll
in
tell you
order.
this. I'll tell you this though. Start the podcast and start it before the end of this year. And here's why the whole everything in order thing, like I understand you saying that you want to have everything in order, but the beautiful thing that what I've learned about just starting is that then you start to get feedback. Because one of the worst things that can happen is you spend all of this time creating this having everything that you believe is in order to
Yeah.
now, and it may not necessarily be what people asking for. And it's not to say that
Mm.
valuable, but what I'm saying is put the podcast out. Let people tell you what they want from you in terms of, you know what I'm saying? So maybe you create a shirt or something and you wearing it on the podcast. And then somebody like, man, where you get that from? Okay, cool. People interested. This should be my next thing. But what happens is you're trying to, again, too many steps at one time.
Yeah. Like I'm trying to make like I'm
You want
trying
it
to
to all be right. You got to just, again, this is teaching from the middle, and it's that on purpose. I started this podcast literally because I knew I just needed to. And I just been going with it. And then I've been listening to feedback. And then I've been taking that feedback and I've been up wisdom, applying it to whatever I do moving forward. And that's how I'm gonna continue to grow. And then and if I don't do that, then we don't have these conversations. Like I don't have the type of
mm,
conversations that I have with other people. The longer you keep prolonging this process, you got to think about it, G. It's not just about you. It's about the people who are waiting for you to
see
grow up.
exactly.
And so it's like, but in your mind, you like, I got to have all of this all together, but really it's already together. That's again, you already where you're supposed to be. Now you need to take the next
Yeah.
step of putting yourself out there. And then as you're putting yourself out there on the back end, you can be building the next thing and you can be using that to promote the next thing. You get what I'm saying? Like that platform is going to give you the what you need to launch all the other things that you want to do, but also you can launch them in alignment with people and what they might want from you or not want from you because you're
Right,
not going to be
right,
your customer. You get what
right.
I'm saying?
Fact.
Again, we got to go down to making things practical. Not everything is like this. I'm a manifest, or because manifestation is real, but not in the way that we talk about it.
Yeah, no,
But
yep,
we
yep,
talk
yep.
about it today. Like, you got to make things practical. The next best step is launch that podcast, because it costs you nothing to do. And it literally, this is free. And we've been on here an hour and 40 minutes. It's free for me.
This
You
is
understand?
actually
And
fun.
you can
Yeah.
reach whoever you want to reach. And you can bring
Mm.
on whoever you want to bring on. You can bring on multiple people. It's free to start. Why not? And then
Thank you.
and then as you start, keep going. Get feedback. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right, right.
offline, we gonna do this. So okay, we gotta end this. We're at an hour.
No,
And 40 minutes.
definitely.
So here's what
Thank
we
you.
gonna
Thank y'all too.
wait,
Thank
wait, wait,
y'all
wait,
for
wait, wait. Last two things. So the first thing is, I I usually end it a different way, but I'm curious to know, like, what are you committing to yourself? So not just what you want to do, what you're thinking about, but in the next 3 months, starting in December, we can start December, January, February. So by March, what are you committing to yourself? What are you committing to? I commit to myself that I will what?
every day. For me, get back into writing again, writing, cause I think I let that go, and then I try to get like back into writing down words. Two, every day
I could
saying
to
saying
myself
like positive things
speak
about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Speaking life to me every day. And then three, this is important that I do on the side. This is actually super helpful too. I can't do any shows, play no ball, help out anybody, do nothing if what? I don't have good health, right? So I said commit every day, working out. Whether like that's the mind,
Mm-hmm.
books, reading. I like to watch things to learn, man. I love to watch like the stuff about life, the plants, the trees, the animals, the human mind, brain, and then like that's about it, man. Just like I said,
You're gonna
every
commit to starting this podcast and being consistent in this new lane that you got going for yourself.
creating every day just so I could get it out. Yeah, yeah. So I thank you, like I said, for that push, man. Like we all need each other. We all could like use the real life talk. You know what I'm saying? Some of the things that I be telling people, you don't never ever have to like come to me, tell me things that you think is stuff that I would want to hear. So I be thanking God for my sisters, my brothers, grandma. Like, man, they keep it raw with me. They keep it raw.
Mm-hmm.
Love them for
You don't
that.
need nobody else to keep it raw with you. You just need to do what you know you need to
I
do.
just got to keep it raw with self. Like,
And you
bro,
just
you
it
got
sounds
this.
like you do that too. You just actually got this. You got to actually just push yourself to do it. Because the talk after a while too, it can
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
when no action is there, you got to just do it. Because you do
yeah.
got it. You know you got it. You know everybody around you know you got it. Now it's just time to do it.
Action. That's
Action.
the number one thing. That's
Just
the number one thing.
it's
When you
execution.
got,
Okay, so then the last thing is gonna be on me. I'm gonna
mm,
explain what I'm gonna do, and then obviously I want people to know how they can get in contact with you. So your social medias, and if you have anything going coming up.
all
But
right.
what I'm gonna do at the very end is I like to do this thing called "Thank You, Tell Me More." So
Mm,
I'm going to say something about you. It's going to be a compliment, and then you're going to say the only thing you can say is "Thank you, tell me more." And
oh,
then for the rest of the time, you're just going to listen to me tell you more of why I said that. And then
oh,
at the end of this, you don't get to say anything else. I'm just going to hang up the call.
hey,
And
good.
it. So here's the thing: if you happen to try to say something, y'all, if the call ends abruptly, if the live ends abruptly, because even if I was
No
all
more talking for me.
listen, all you can say is what?
Thank you, or tell me more.
Both. Thank you. Tell me more. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So before we do that, how can people get in contact with you? How can people keep up with you, especially with everything that you have coming down the pipeline? How can we how can we stay in contact with you and be on the lookout?
Just for now, if you guys have a Facebook, my name is Rob.
It's over. It's
I
over.
feel no. because I changed it, but I think it's Rob. I feel good, Cotton, right? And that's Facebook. What I'm what I'm focused on is the YouTube channel, guys. So I believe that one is Feel Good Rob. That's the channel that I would start building up. So I already started since that conversation that we had moving forward. So I started doing like YouTube shorts. I got into the
Mm.
talent show that I won. Oh yeah, wait, that I won second place, right? So yeah, so I was like action. So Facebook is Rob, I Feel Good Cotton. Instagram is Rob Spud FGM.
Mm.
And then like I said, for me, really is a YouTube now, just so I could
You're never.
give you guys more of this and that. So this really feels good, Rob. And then like later on when you guys follow me, get in tune, we could like build a feel good tribe and stuff like I got it, man. All right. So
The only way it's gonna happen. First step first.
it's for me to do it.
Start exactly. And when we get off of this, text me the actual like the actual tag to the YouTube because then I'll just put it in the description so people
Okay, perfect.
go to there for that. Okay, you ready? Because this is the
Hey,
end. You
man.
ready for the end? Okay, Rob.
Like, come on.
You
Come
know what I'm
on.
gonna say? I'm gonna say Rob, you inspired me.
Tell me more.
Nope, you gotta say thank you.
Oh, no. Thank you. Tell me more.
Honestly, your vulnerability is something that is refreshing to me because most people are just not willing to be. And then if we go even deeper, then you have like Black man, and then we're on live. So it's like you can't see the people, but it's people on here, and you've been raw and you've been vulnerable. And honestly, I'm inspired by the fact that you've already taken action, right? You already took the leap when you like responded under the Facebook post. That was like that was you like telling yourself like it's go time. You know what I'm saying? And that took something. You know, that took courage to even do that in the first place. So the way that you come on here and you pour your heart out, like that's the thing that changes lives. And so it inspires me and it reminds me of the importance of being authentic, just being yourself, and also embracing all the parts of yourself. Because the thing that makes you so dope in general is the one thing that you were insecure about, and it's the stuttering. But if you didn't stutter, would you be the artist that you are today? You know, would you write? Would you have discovered poetry and writing? Would you have even tried to play around with those avenues?
I would not be
if you didn't have
sociable.
to.
I would not be sociable.
But you see,
Like I'm telling you.
but that's my thing. Like, if you didn't have to, and so it's like from this one thing that has like you've carried with you, you've birthed so many other things that will change people's lives as a result of it. That's called alchemy. Have you ever read The Alchemist?
I don't think so,
Yeah,
but
so
I heard of it.
it's alchemy, right? So it's just really taking all of the bad, in the
Oh,
in the book, it's turning bronze or whatever into gold, right?
mm,
But the gold in real life is it's your gifts, it's what you discover. So it's taking all of your situations, all of these experiences that you've had, and you do something with it inside of you, and what you birth is something that's gold for other people. That's called alchemy. You get what I'm saying? And it's like
yeah.
that's your lane. That's what you're doing just by showing up for this call. I heard you say at the beginning of this call that you would not do things like this, that you have committed to things like this and did not show up, did not follow through. So I'm proud of you for doing something different. You're not being insane no more, G. Like, you doing different things. And what happens is, as long as you continue down that path, it's inevitable. This is what makes me so confident with the things that I do today. It's because it's really inevitable when you know for a fact, because at that point it becomes law, like, of attraction, and it's a real thing, and it's also spiritual and it's biblical. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, when you know that you are doing the things, like, the reality is sure to catch up to you. And so I'm proud of you, G, because it's the other thing of, you just had a birthday, and the other thing is, at some point people give up. At some point, people hear people say, "Oh man, you got this," and they let it die in them. It's so many people who literally are in the graveyard right now who had all of the life that you had in them, but they couldn't figure it out. They could not push themselves to let it out. And so they went to the grave with it. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, it's not even a matter of if you have the gift. You know you do. The question now is, are you going to go to the grave with it? You get what I'm saying? And so it's like, I'm inspired by you because I know today the answer is no, because you wouldn't be on here if that were the case. So it's like, I'm inspired, very grateful for you. And honestly, you don't get to say anything else. The end. You all have a good evening. This has been a long one, but a good one, and I appreciate it. It's hard for you to sit in it. I know. Everybody have a great day. Good night.